One of the best habits for mindset that I've built in the last year cost me absolutely nothing and takes no more time than I was already using. I'm not going to tell you to overhaul your mornings. I'm not talking about a 5-step routine that needs its own calendar slot. I'm talking about something much smaller than that. There's a concept called habit stacking. The idea is really simple. Instead of trying to build a new habit from scratch, which requires willpower that you don't always have, you attach it to something you already do. Something that happens automatically, like making a drink, putting your shoes on, standing at the window before the day starts. This new behaviour that you want to do hitches a ride on the existing one, and because the trigger already exists, the new thing doesn't need to fight for space in your head, it just follows. For me, it's putting my rings on in the morning. It started a year ago when I started getting really sore skin under my rings that took ages to shift, and it's fixed by taking them off at night. So every morning while I put my rings on, I say one thing associated with each ring. So 1 is my crown ring. I say, I am born for such a time as this. This is linked to the story in the Bible about Esther who was made queen, and a verse in particular, Esther 4:14, which says, "Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for just such a time as this." For my very bent and battered thumb ring with a feather, I remind myself that God holds me safe under the shadow of his wings. Again from the Bible, from Psalms. And finally, when I put on my wedding and engagement rings, I declare how thankful I am for my husband, my family and my life, because even after fertility treatment needed to build my little family, I can still forget when the children niggle and complain and their arguing gets to me. It sounds really small, but it shifts something in me. I am more grateful every morning, I am more solid in the pursuit of my business, and I feel happier and safer. The science behind this is solid, and honestly, the practice is about as low maintenance as it gets. You do not need a whole new routine. You need one small thing hitched to something you already do. That's how new habits actually stick. So I'm curious, what is your daily anchor? The thing that is so automatic you barely notice it? Tell me in the comments. I'm really interested to hear.